Leon O'Leary is a young musician from Suffolk. He's been creating a buzz in East Anglia which intrigued me to get to know more about the artist. I want to gain a greater understanding of what's behind the music. I'd be meeting him at West Suffolk College in Bury St Edmunds to talk about what drives him to be a part of such a competitive industry. He also had a gig coming up to debut a new song he'd written.
Well, I don't really come from a musical background, so my parents aren't musical, but they listen to a lot of music. So we're like in the house, we're always listening to music, whether it be like from Springsteen or Coldplay, all these different just loads. So I think that's not necessarily directly got me into music, but I think sort of subconsciously sort of got me into music.
Yeah.
I remember one day I was like just drumming on the table to like a song, and my dad's like, "Oh, you've got some good rhythm there. Do you want to try drumming maybe?" Or
what about like the kind of the main inspiration to you at the minute? Like what artist would you say?
So I'd say my main influences would be Ben Howard, Sam Fender, Bears Den, James Bay. So those sort of artists are really sort of influential to me. Bruce Springsteen for me is like a musical dad figure in terms of like songwriting and his story.
But do you consider like songwriting kind of a big part of your your music? That's something you're focusing on at the minute, because a lot of people your age seem to go onto that later, and right now they just
yeah, to be fair, the weird thing is like I noticed that I do a lot more songwriting creating than actually doing covers. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I see loads of people in my course and my friends who like know all these songs, and I feel like, damn, I should probably be learning a lot more covers while I'm just playing my own music. But yeah, songwriting obviously is a massive part, and definitely in this industry you can't just be doing covers because you know, unless you're being a cover band. My biggest obstacle I have faced though was probably puberty, because when you're singing, you know, you can hit all these notes. You're like, it's like a chipmunk, but you can still hit the notes. You know, you can see you got good range. And then when you hit puberty, your voice is just like all over the place. That was a challenge, because your confidence gets like hit hard. Yeah. And you have to sort of try and build yourself back up, try and build your voice back up.
Would you say that you've come back from that now, and if so, have you kind of evolved as an artist? Do you think that your style's changed from what it was pre-puberty?
Definitely. I mean, I started out playing ukulele, so and now obviously I play electric guitar, I do more sort of ambient rock, indie folk sort of stuff. But I used to be very much acoustic and very much acoustic's true music. You know, it's natural. You know. Yeah. But now I'm like, oh, let's slap some like heavy reverb on that. Or I love synths and stuff like that now. So yeah, definitely it's definitely changed. It doesn't. You obviously get these genres where it's like, that's folk, that's rock, that's indie. For me, because my music doesn't. I don't feel like it fits necessarily to a certain genre, because I don't feel like it's totally rock. Yeah. I don't feel like it's folk either or indie, so I know it's like a mix.
In this kind of industry, it's one of the most difficult industries to get into. Yeah, definitely. To go forward in that. What would you say is your biggest worries about, like the biggest things you see that could hinder your future?
I don't tend to think about it, because if you do, then it will obviously frighten you, and then you'll like be like, okay, I quit. But obviously, my biggest fear is the fact. Trying to get people to listen to music and trying to get a big enough fan base. So basically, not making it would be my biggest worry, or just completely failing, flat in the face. But again, I try not to think about it. I just try and focus on more making every year bigger than the last one. Right. And slowly do, because I think a lot of artists look at other artists and think, oh, okay, they've made it. That's the way to do it. But for some, I guess it's like a slower process in getting big.
Going off that, like Suffolk it's not really a place for creatives. I believe. I don't believe that it's much of it's got a big kind of space for people. I feel like everyone has to kind of move out. We've had like Ed Sheeran, but like he's like kind of the exception. Would you agree with that? Would you think that Suffolk kind of it's harder to kind of break out here than it would be in, say, other like bigger, more creative places?
Actually, I can't disagree. I think I think back in insurance time, I think definitely, I think Suffolk probably wasn't as creative aware. I think it's definitely more creative aware now than it ever was.
Yeah.
So I kind of do disagree. I think there's a good music scene here, and I think in terms of trying to make it, I think in this area you're going to do a lot better than if you're in a place like London, where you're in a massive pond and you're a small fish. You can't stay in Suffolk trying to make it, because then you'd just be known in Suffolk and that'll be it. So you do have to try and expand and move on to other areas. But I feel like Greater Anglia anyway, like Norfolk, Cambridge, Suffolk, I do think there is a good music scene there. Norwich, I've been performing there for a while now. Did Wild Paths Festival, which was pretty cool. Obviously Suffolk is my like home county, so I've performed in Suffolk loads, and I'm starting to push towards London now, so I'm doing a few London gigs in March.
If you just go to the other end of that, what would you say is your biggest success, the thing you're most proud of that you've achieved in your musical career so far?
I don't really know. I don't really think about that sort of stuff really. Biggest success, I'd say I did Latitude last year, and that to me was a big deal. I'd also say we recently recorded a single. I don't know how well it's going to do because it's coming out tomorrow actually. Recording that and getting that done. Because we also recorded Decoy Studios, which is an amazing studio. So many really cool artists have been sort of mixed there, and some have recorded there. So doing that as well was something that would always stick in my mind. Sort of late night production session, trying to work out what we're going to do for drum wise, bass wise. So to me, that was a pretty. I want to say it was like, I don't know if you can class it success, but to me that really sticks in my head. It's like that I'll always remember.
In making an album like that, do you see yourself as the main creative role, or are there people around you that influence you?
We did a single, so it was called Beautiful End, and I obviously write my own sort of stuff and I compose it myself. My sister helps with like harmonies, but yeah, no, I feel like we obviously I can drum, but I can't drum well, so obviously somebody else is drumming, and the guy producing it was on bass, so they'll obviously try and work out as well what to do and offering ideas. But when I have something in my head though, how I imagine it, then I'll try and like interpret and say, hey, this is what I want. Try and tell them what I imagine, what I picture.
What would you say is like the thing you're most looking forward to now? The thing that you look at and you think like this is going to be quite big, or like this is the thing that excites me the most in my future that like you've got now.
So in terms of future, what am I looking? I guess all the gigs come up this year as well. I'm looking forward to. That's a really hard question actually. I'm looking forward to recording more as well and trying to get more out there. God, don't really think about it.
That's right.
Well, I aim for these points, but I don't really think about what I'm looking forward to. But I do. There are a few pretty cool gigs coming up this year that I'm looking forward to.
So you kind of touched on it at the start, but in music, what would you say kind of like really connects you to your music in terms of like when you've mentioned this vision you have? What would you say is like kind of the driving force? Is it the music you listen to in the past, or is it like trying to establish your own style?
Well, connecting to music, I like writing either things that are prevalent in like prevalent topics, or something that's I find quite personal, or sometimes some of the songs I do based off like stories of people around me, or things that I find sort of inflicts me or affects me. So I do tend to try and make songs kind of personal to me, so I can at least connect them. I'll try, like if I write a love song, I kind of find it hard to connect to because it's just a love song, and not necessarily a love song that's based on anything. So I do try and add some depth to the music.
So you also have a gig coming up, don't you?
Yes.
Do you just want to elaborate on that to me a bit?
Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be performing at the Apex for the 5 and 5, so there's 5 bands playing in total. I'll be on from 7, but it's pretty big, the Apex, for me anyway. It's pretty cool cool venue. Been there before. Some of my favourite artists have been there. So.
Is it quite a long set you'll be playing?
I won't say too long, but it's half an hour. So
yeah, you're gonna get.
So it's a decent set.
So, are you nervous about it, or are you just kind of more
excited?
excited?
I think it takes a lot for me to kind of get nervous. Stuff like haunted houses.
Right.
Anything like that, really. Apart from that, performing, I just get really excited.
Yeah, so it's just kind of the anticipation waiting for it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because I've been waiting for this gig for like a while now. So
yeah, so have you had it kind of planned in it for?
Yeah, and it's also on the same day as my like single release. So to me, that's
quite a penultimate day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you going to be playing some of the single at the Apex?
Definitely. Yeah. Just not with a full band. Just me and assistant harmonies.
So I think that the sound check has run over. Leon was supposed to be done by now. But apparently a band has run late, which has made him run late. And he might not have enough time, because we were supposed to catch him beforehand for his 14th gig. But it's getting quite full now, and he still hasn't done his sound check. So I guess we just got to see what happens here. Okay, so I think we can catch him just upstairs. I think he's finished his sound check. Yeah, if we go now. Alright, ready? Okay, so good to see you again, Leon.
Good to see you again, Jack.
Yeah, day of the gig. So give us an idea of how you're feeling. You nervous?
I don't usually get nervous to gigs. I mean, if I was doing something like Glastonbury, I probably would be. But now I'm really excited. I've always wanted to do Apex. The single's released today, so I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah, so how's that gone? You happy with how it turned out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just seeing, got some really nice comments about it, so it's just seeing who else is going to be listening to it really and see how successful it's going to be, but fingers crossed.
Where could you find that? If you were looking for gigs?
Well, everywhere really. Spotify, Amazon Music.
Leon O'Leary, just under Leon
O'Leary. Basically.
So the warm up to the gig and everything, you feel okay?
Yeah, fine. It was a very quick sound check on and off stage, but it's gonna be a fun night. So yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, great. We'll see.
It's great to see you again, man. Yeah. See you in a minute.
Leon O'Leary. I'm dying to make you stay. Turn around, I don't want to stay. There's a chance we still live. I'm not looking for a friend or a beautiful land. 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 They're going to be playing Into Very Sound on Friday the 14th of February at the Hunts Club. That's going to be Kill the Crow substation for the 55, which appears in AMG. You've got the flyers and all that information. And in about 15 minutes' time, we've got the Dogs. It's going to be an emotional show because that's last gig tonight.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
So just here, it's mainly, how was it?
Yes.
It went well?
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, a bit sweaty. Sounds good. Yeah, a bit nerve-wracking some part of it because big venue. But yeah, it's great. Yeah, great fun.
Good turnout. So that turnout didn't.
No, it's fine.
So the main thing is. That's for you as well. The main thing is, what's next for Leon O'Leary?
Well, as Seymour said, Very Sound's up next, and recording new music. Yes, and more gigs. So yeah, it's just.
You've also got a music video in the works.
Yes, I've got a music video in the works for Real Stuff Films. So be sure to check
it out. Is that for the new single that's come out? Or
we'll be doing that soon, like mid-February. So.
Yeah, well, that's all.
Awesome, man. It's great to see you, man.
Good to meet you.
Jack, what's kind of your impression on that?
Well, I'm actually quite surprised at kind of the professionalism that Leon kind of showed today at the gig, because I remember in the interview I said to him that I didn't quite believe that the creative scene in Suffolk was really there, but he disagreed with me, and I think he has a point in that today, the turnout just for a small event or where they're just trying to grab the creators in Suffolk together has been really quite good, and kind of the level that was shown, it's not something that you really expect from an event like this. But Leon, he's obviously got something there. He's got talent, and I'm excited to see where he goes from this. He's got the music video coming out, and he's released his single today, and he's only 17. He's 17 and just at college, and he's doing all this already. It's exciting to think, at the least, what he is capable of in the future.